Chloe isn't mentally unwell. Chloe's a grifter and a narcissist, and she's not going to do something that's going to make her life actually difficult. She's not going to self-harm in that manner like somebody with DID might actually do. Does she not realise she's kind of fessing up right now? She's fessing up! Come on! Pixie Lock was saying it on Twitter, was like, oh my god, the amount of like fake, like the amount of harassment I've had off the back of this. And all I could see was positive comments, praise, support for her. There was no harassment. Like, these people aren't getting harassed. This is a video online that has nothing to do with them. They're not being harassed. Guess what, guys? This man isn't a doctor. Being a public figure isn't just somebody on YouTube or TikTok with 10,000 followers and 1 million likes. Kyra's been going on a mad one. She has been going on a mad...
Guess you finally got some sleep for the first time in 3 nights. We've been reaching out to and...
They finally got sleep for the first time in 3 nights. Don't know why. Has this video existing been upsetting them that much for some reason? Or is it just that they've been getting so much attention because of it and the fuss that they're kicking up? Or so desperate for attention from it?
And talking with professionals. I've always... About the Dr. Robinson...
She's been talking with professionals, guys. Real professionals. A professional. I've been talking with... Did you notice her hand movement? She's... What is it about that word? Is that like the most amazing word in the world to her? A professional.
We've been reaching out to and talking with professionals. I've always...
Oh, she did it for her
about the
voice.
Dr. Robinson and McLean hospital situation. However, they have now made the video private. Don't think that this changes anything.
She's doing the speaking through gritted teeth. They've now made the video private.
Doesn't. It was originally uploaded 4.5 months ago. I have no doubt that it will be re-uploaded again. However, we need access to it right now because we are showing this to professionals and a lot of them want to give their opinion on it. Some already have.
Showing it to professionals.
This is a call for anybody who has it archived or who has a recording to please forward it onto our email, which is contact@thesociadid.com. We have been working behind the scenes to support some of the other creators and to contact other professionals in the industry. And we do not intend to be silent on this. While we have found it very triggering, and we have been very sick recently...
We will not be silent on this. We will stand up and fight for the rights of all the marginalised, fake-claimed people that... Oh, nobody got fake-claimed. You're literally just starting a fight off of a made-up claim of yours. And it's working somehow. It's impressive.
And had a lot of medical changes... new diagnoses physically and changes to our medicine. So we need some time to be able to regulate a little bit easier. We do not intend to be silent on this at all. So please, if anybody does have a full copy that we can help pass on to the professionals who haven't seen it yet, but who want to make a statement, please do pass it on to us as soon as you can. Thank you.
Thank you.
What? We don't have secret profiles. We have a life to live. Jesus, what do you guys think we do all day? Hell.
So here we have Kyra & Co responding to a comment she received on a video. A mildly like unhinged, nonsensical comment. Somebody commented, "You must be Kyra's secret profile, lol, 1 following, 0 followers," and they were replying to somebody else or something. I don't. But they've had this poor person who has 437 followers. They're attacking nobodies. They're attacking nobodies again, guys. They're going after the nobodies again.
Little discussion on how to refer to us as a DID system who used to have an alter who used the body's name, which we can now consider to be our dead name as that alter no longer exists. If you are referring specifically to an alter who no longer exists and you're referring to her in the past when she existed as her own...
Mate. I know people. My fucking girlfriend hates her real name. I don't call her by her real name ever. Call her by a different name. It's not a dead name. Get too... You ever called it that? I'd tell her she's being batty.
Person, acknowledging that she was an alter in a DID system. You can use her name. That's fine. Talking about Chloe, the alter, as long as you're making it clear that you were talking about...
No, we're not talking about Chloe, the alter. We're talking about Chloe, the human being whose name you sign your legal documents with. It's not a dead name. A dead name is something that is your dead name because you've gone out of your way. You've gone through loads of effort to change it on legal documents. That's why it's your dead name.
Chloe, the alter who no longer exists, that's fine. However, if you refer to any of us now as Chloe, and you are named...
What up, Peshwan? I think she is an INFJ with 160 IQ. I'd agree.
Naming us Chloe, you're dead naming us. The only reason that we would use the name Chloe to describe ourselves would be, for example, to people that we're not out.
On my bank documents, I have several documents that I actually sign with a different middle name. So I've changed my middle name legally. It's slightly different to first and last name. I know you don't have to do it through Depol, but you can just do it. You can just do it. And once it's on enough legal documents, it is done. It's really weird. But yeah, you just get your name changed if it matters to you.
To whether that be out as trans or out as a system. Not everybody in our life knows we're a system. Not everybody in our life knows about things like YouTube or TikTok. Some of them are elderly. Some of them are just...
And yeah, when I talk about my trans mates pre-transition, I don't call them by their dead names either. I would never call any of my trans mates by their dead names. When talking about them pre-transition, I'd be like, you pre-transition. I'd be like, this person pre-transition. You know, why would I say, what? Why would I use your dead name to describe you if I was talking about you pre-transition? No.
Not really online people. That doesn't mean that we don't have certain accounts where we knows we're a system. Not everybody in our life knows about things like YouTube or TikTok.
Oh, so that's why you still have the name Chloe. Oh, you see trans people don't do that. Shut up.
Some of them are elderly. Some of them are just not really online people. That doesn't mean that we don't have certain accounts where we go by our legal name because it is safer for us.
Wait, this is directly responding to Reddit. This is directly responding to Reddit because somebody on Reddit posted that she was still using the name Chloe Wilkinson on Facebook. This is literally a direct response to Reddit. Oh my god. And she's still in bed for some reason. Or it's just half the time, Pesh. Half the time she is, I swear down.
That doesn't mean that it's our name. We still consider it a dead name. To keep ourselves safe, we will suffer through it when we really have to. But for you, who know better, who know that we're a DID system, and who know that we're trans, and that Kaya, the host of the system, is openly trans, and people who know who we are know that Chloe does not exist in this.
How are you trans? You're in a female body. Kaya is female. How are you trans? Stop claiming to be trans. You were born female. You exist as a female. You aren't non-binary. This is just disgusting. This is just the thing of women with trauma or women that don't like being called women deciding that they're trans and it's not okay. This is so disgusting. I hate this. You are not trans. You're everything that J.K. Rowling thinks trans people are, but you're not trans. Oh, God.
System anymore, except as part of Kaya, and do not use that name. You have no excuse. Our birth name is our dead name. We get to decide when and how we might use it in response to what we judge to be safe and unsafe, and whether we choose to out ourselves or not. Whether that be to people from our past who may have access to older accounts or family, etc. If you're referring to Chloe specifically as the alter Chloe who existed in the past and acknowledge that she no longer
we're referring to Chloe referring to Chloe who exists in the present, the Chloe on Facebook and the Chloe that signed the legal documents. That's the Chloe I'm talking about. That Chloe Wilkinson. Don't know which Chloe Wilkinson you're talking about. It's that Chloe Wilkinson, whoever that is, I guess.
You're referring to a past tense person who used to exist.
Somebody poked at the wrong hornet's nest today with our system.
I couldn't handle watching this all the other day. I don't care. I'm getting through it this time.
No, TikTok's going to do its thing on this one because the community does not play. McLean Hospital, cute. I love the name. Mind you, our system is very used to people taking our videos, posting them on like fake cringe videos and on Reddit and just trying to say that we don't have DID, even though we have been professionally diagnosed not once, but twice. If you go to our page, you'll literally see a video with our adopted mother holding up a book talking about DID. You see videos with our
Why would the fake claiming of being like, I don't understand what this is. It's like Pixie was saying that on Twitter. It's like, oh my god, the amount of like fake, like the amount of harassment I've had off the back of this. And all I could see was positive comments, praise, support for her. There was no harassment. Like, these people aren't getting harassed. This is a video online that has nothing to do with them. They're not being harassed. I think maybe that's the reason why I'm now feeling like I should more directly target them.
Spouse on here, you hear about our trauma, you hear about everything.
Teach them what harassment is.
But what did McLean Hospital do that kind of really threw us over the edge as medical professionals? They not only used our video.
Wait, it really threw you over the edge?
You hear about our trauma, you hear about everything. But what did McLean Hospital do that kind of really threw us over the edge?
It threw you over the edge? What did you do? Did you self-harm? Did you kill yourself? What happened? What do you mean? What do you mean it threw you over the edge? How dare you say something like that? Did you split and form a new altar?
They not only used our video, a video in which we weren't talking about our diagnosis. And again, these are things that our system does to break the DID stigma that people have over those of us with DID. They used one of our videos as a representation.
Yeah, because you don't break the DID stigma. You make everybody think that DID is what you have when you're a paedophile munchie online. Sorry. I'm not saying you are a paedophile, but like, that's the image you're giving to DID.
Of faking the disorder. A literal video of our system trying on clothes and just enjoying themselves because we can. We can. They were stating that that's
Why
not
did it have to be about you being a system? That's the issue.
The disorder manifests. And not only invalidating our system, but several others that we are mutuals with and that we talk to.
It's not how the disorder manifests. That's not a disorder you were showing there. What you were showing there is a personality trait. It's nothing to do with the disorder. That's the issue. What about that was disorderly? Anything? There we go. It's not a disorder. You were just manifesting part of your personality trait. Stop linking it back to DID. Grow up.
To have so-called medical professionals never have a conversation with our system. Never email us. Never decide to, hey, do you want to do a phone call so I can ask you maybe about your life and experience with this disorder? But use our system's face as a representation of it being...
That wasn't the purpose of the demonstration. That wasn't what you just want attention. The fact that they didn't give me an interview and a fluff piece, if they wanted to give me an interview and a fluff piece and give me attention and make me famous, that would have been fine. But the fact that they wanted to use me as an example of what fake DID could potentially look like, why didn't they should have played up to my narcissism and my ego. He should have spoken to me and made a video about me. I'm really interesting. I have DID.
Fake is disgusting as professionals. And if I'm being quite honest, all of these professionals wouldn't have the knowledge that they have about dissociative identity disorder without those of us with it. 9 out of 10 times, us systems have to literally sit during therapy sessions to teach somebody else about the disorder. We are money in there.
That's the biggest fake amount of cope. You get invited by professionals to sit there and teach therapists what DID looks like. Oh God, our world is doomed. Us all.
Pockets. And then from there, then they're able to help other people because they have more knowledge and understanding.
No, they don't.
These professionals literally wouldn't be here making the money without those of us with DID. Now, what gets me every single time is people always take the videos of us systems when we're not talking about our disorder. And again, like I was saying earlier,
maybe they are talking about DID, and what you're talking about and what you have isn't DID, and what you're talking about is, Munchausen's.
Being who we are and the comfort of our
hysteria or
own home, in the comfort of our home where our clothes are at.
Attention-seeking brain deficit disorder.
We still have medical professionals invalidate us. These are the things that our system is fighting for, is to be seen and to be heard. And
ASBDD. ASBDD is a real issue. I think more people need to gain awareness of the dangers of ASBDD. Attention-seeking brain deficit disorder is, I think, the biggest issue with people online right now.
To let others and ourselves know as a system that it is okay to be who we are. Does our system have days and weeks and months of not being able to leave the house in distress? Yeah, but our one good positive outlet is to be able to.
How can a doctor who is supposed to work with facts just bring in their personal opinion like? He didn't. They can't. It's a violation of the Goldwater Rule and APA Section 9.00 of the Ethical Principles of Psychology and Code of Conduct. Where's the description gone at Pink Sugar Fairies? Is the system this video? Please go and support them and listen to their story. Stitching coming from a doctor. Duet with Dr. Bear. Thank you for speaking up for our community and calling out malpractice and other doctors.
No, TikTok's going to do its thing.
Hi. This message is from McLean Hospital.
Being a public figure isn't just somebody on YouTube or TikTok with 10,000 followers and 1 million likes. You're not a public figure.
I think it was Belmont, Massachusetts. If you're not from McLean Hospital in Belmont, Massachusetts, feel free to scroll. But if you'd like to see somebody read for filth, go ahead and stick around. So the person I stitched video is a DID system who is being harassed by McLean Hospital and being called a liar, even though they've been professionally diagnosed with DID and have all the paperwork and et cetera, to back it up. McLean Hospital has taken it upon
They didn't call them a liar, but I don't know who McLean Hospital is, so this is fine, I guess.
themselves to stitch their non-system related videos and say, well, you see this is what a liar looks like. This is what a...
No, they haven't. McLean Hospital haven't made TikTok stitches. This is the professional. This is the professional, guys. This is Dr. Bear, the professional. Here we have a professional calling out malpractice. Dr. Bear.
McLean Hospital. Really?
Welcome, Hopping Sprout. Welcome over from Reddit. Chat. You can do the film.
Y'all think you were exempt from the Goldwater Rule, which is basically, shortened version is you don't diagnose people that you've never met and have never actually treated in a hospital setting.
If that person is a public figure, like somebody running for president or senator, and they're currently in a presidential bid, you don't make a public statement about them if you've never diagnosed them or medically or worked with them personally. Yeah, that would be wrong. It is very wrong. It's basically, when else the Goldwater Standard, when the Goldwater Standard was actually most recently brought up was during, there was a moment where it was brought up during Trump's presidential campaign, his original presidential campaign. Many people said that he was unfit. He was unfit to be president. His mental health wasn't fit, right? People said he had things like dementia and Alzheimer's, including a number of medical professionals. Now, it was determined at the time that these were not breaches of the Goldwater Standard. It's a law. It's a rule that applied. It's a rule that applied back in the 1970s, and then got used a few more times to sort of enforce things, but basically doesn't apply to our modern times anymore, in any shape, way, or form, at all. I also guarantee you, every single one of these cunts is probably a fan of Dr. Todd Grande, who does what? Oh, yeah, his entire channel is just diagnosing people.
Or any other psychiatric or psychological setting. You forgot that one? Or maybe you thought the APA Code of Ethics against malfeasance and...
Yeah, section 9.01, which we just read. We just read that. We just read section 9.01. I've got it copied here. When psychologists conduct a record review or provide consultation or supervision, and an individual examination is not warranted or necessary for the opinion, psychologists explain this and the sources of information on which they base their conclusions and recommendations. That is got nothing to do with the context.
Personal integrity wasn't a thing that applied to y'all. Now, me personally, I hope this young person absolutely downloads all of the evidence against you, all of the things you've said, all of the libel and the slander, and I hope they make their bag. Because if
you support woke scolds, the molding on TikTok, though, if you support the woke scolds who are trying to get somebody cancelled, then you get support for being a counsellor. This is amazing.
Either you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So either you have treated this person and said this is what a grifter looks like, which is a violation of HIPAA, or you haven't.
It's a HIPAA violation too! No, it's a HIPAA violation! Oh, I bet this guy's like an anti-vaxxer or something.
The Goldwater rule, it's libel, it's slander.
Oh, I'd like to.
And
Oops.
it's
No, unlike.
unethical as hell.
It's not a violation of the Goldwater rule. It's not a violation of the APA standards. It's not a HIPAA violation. Guess what, guys? This man isn't a doctor. So, Dr. Bear. Obviously, I went and had a look at his channel. Have I still got the link up? Maybe not right now.
Somebody poked at the wrong hornet's nest today with our system, and I.
Dr. Bear. Dr. Bear. It's not a HIPAA violation. Of course it's not a HIPAA violation. Of course it's not a HIPAA violation. I had a look on his link tree. As he says, he calls, to be honest, right, I'm just gonna tell you now, he's not a doctor. I don't think he's got a PhD. He's not got an MD. He's not a medical doctor. He doesn't claim to be an MD. He definitely has no form of MD. He is not a medical doctor. He has no right to be doing any of the that he's trying to do here at all whatsoever in the slightest. Or rather, he has as much right to be doing it as anyone like I do. You know, he's just a guy. But I don't think he has a PhD either. Clinical forensic PhD. Chat, what the fuck is a clinical forensic PhD? Thank you so much for watching, Loungers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And maybe even leave a comment, you fucking arsehole.